Good morning, everybody. I am the proud owner of a new Weber Smokefire, the 6, and I am doing a test run doing a brisket. I haven't seen many brisket videos for the new Smokefire. I've seen that there's been a few problems with some cooks. Well, I'm going to do a real test and do a low and slow, because that's what I particularly do anyway. So we got a pack of brisket here, trimmed it down. I'm sure all of you already know how to do that. Injected it and rubbed it down. The injection I used was the Cosmos Smokehouse Blend and the Chupacabra Brisket Magic. First time using both of those products, so I'll also let you guys know what I think about those. Good sized brisket, trimmed down, good sized flat. I'm gonna let this sit in the fridge for a while, break out the Smokefire, and we will see how it turns out. So this is the original prime, set it to 600. See the fan cutting on and off, and seems like I wired everything in the back as I'm supposed to. And once we see smoke, I'll close the lid. And we'll prime this thing for about an hour. I like to go a little bit over from what they recommend, just cause, you know, that's my style. I want to make sure everything's killed off in there, whatever it may be. I don't know. I'm not a scientist or a chemist, but I want to make sure everything's gone in there. It's definitely kicking on and working though. Fan's not as loud as people in comments were suggesting it was through videos. It's really not that loud. I guess it's just how videos are recorded, I guess. It's just as loud as a Traeger. Maybe a touch louder, but not measurable really. I wouldn't be worried about the sound of the smoker. It's not that loud. I hear the pellets falling. So it's feeding the reservoir. Hopefully I did it right. Find out. Again, solid build. Excuse the video, but it's raining today. But I was not going to let rain stop me from testing this thing out. I smell smoke, so that's a good sign. It fits the big bag easily. Could even fit a little bit more, but I don't want to overfill it. Close that because I don't want to get my pellets wet. I am cooking in protection, by the way. Smelling smoke. I don't see smoke. It smells good though, I'll tell you that. There's the smoke. We have smoke, ladies and gentlemen. So I successfully did that. All right, it's smoking. I'm gonna let this prime for an hour. And yeah. All right. See y'all soon. It's been about 10 minutes, maybe 12, I don't know. Starting to smell the chemicals burning off, which is good. Smoke smelled good at first, but now you're starting to smell the chemicals burn off. It's starting to climb pretty rapidly now. Once it got to about, it was slow getting to about 200, but right about now it's climbing pretty quickly. So it seems like it might be like a 15-minute warm-up or so, 20 tops to 600 degrees. But I'll call it 15 because it's rising rapidly. And it's definitely hot. I can't keep my hand at the vents for more than 3 seconds, so it's definitely hot. 400, so seems to be working well. So far I'm happy. Cooking the brisket will be the true test. So I did the initial burn off. Set my smoker, Weber Smokefire, to 250. Dropped in temperature. It's getting there. It's safe to put on the brisket. I set up the cook through the app, the Connect app. I want to see how well this works. You could also connect it via Wi-Fi, so I'm going to test that out as well. Right now it's connected through Bluetooth. As far as space, it's about a 13-pound brisket. So, got a little bald spot. I need a patch right there that I hit with the top grate. That's what I get for trying to do it one-handed and recording, so don't mind that. There's plenty of room to do it. Probably fit, if I wanted to, 3 briskets on here. And then ribs or veggies and potatoes across the top. But not today. Today's just a singular brisket. We'll see how well it cooks low and slow. I gotta patch that up. So, been smoking this brisket for a few hours. Up to 114 internally, 250 is the grill temperature. Let's take a peek. Not looking bad at all. Liking what I'm seeing. Has a steady smoke going. Plenty of pellets left to finish the cook, hopefully. I did put in the 20-pound bag, but we'll see. So far, so good. Can't really knock anything besides the app. The app's not really interactive. It's just meant for you to be able to see what your probe is at and what the temperature of your smoker is at. You can't really do anything else besides that. But which is helpful. I could just, lay in bed and watch the temperature of the probe. So far so good. I really can't say anything. So the probe that it came with says that the internal temperature of the brisket is reading at about 145. So I want to double check that with my instant read thermometer. Try to place it in the same general area. At 140, a couple degrees off, so that's kind of comforting. I'm okay with that. Can't be mad at that. Brisket is looking good. Still have a ways to go. I'll wrap it here shortly, and so far, I gotta say I'm pretty happy with the Weber Smokefire. Nothing is really disconcerting to me. So this brisket has been going for about 14 hours. Almost done. I boosted up the temperature to 275 about an hour ago. 184 internal. The heat has been consistent the entire time. The probe has been consistent the entire time. I haven't had any problems at all. It's wrapped in paper. Everything is working good. I noticed that I have been going through a decent amount of pellets though for 14 hours. I went through one bag, and pretty much this is what's left of the second bag. So I would say that it goes through a decent amount of pellets, but hey, it's $1,000 less than the Traeger Timberline, so I don't know. I like it. I'd say I'm completely happy. Everything was consistent with this unit that I got. I didn't have any problems. Everything's working flawlessly. Next, I'll cook a some flat meat on some high heat. I got 4 pieces, so I'll put them on different parts of the grill and do a heat test on different parts of the grill to see if everything gets hot everywhere. But I'm thinking this brisket's going to turn out just the way I want it. I have no complaints, besides I think it goes through a little bit more pellets than other pellet smokers. I have had a Traeger, and this one seems to go through a little bit more. Yeah, Weber Smokefire. $1,000 less than the Traeger Timberline. I think this is a better buy. It has the drip system. Everything's dripping in there, nowhere else. Might have to clean the bottom of the smoker, but it's not going to be as much as a Traeger would be. I'm definitely a Weber Smokefire fan. I think they played it well. That's just my review. It's built well. It's went 14 hours cooking a brisket. Probably still have to go a couple more hours. So I'll do a final video with the final results of the brisket, but I don't forecast any problems. My unit has been consistent. It's been pushing out smoke the whole time, even heat, and the probe has been reading accurately for me. So here's the final update on the brisket. Amazing smoke ring on it, juicy as can be. I am very pleased with how this brisket turned out. Just a little fat cap right there. Dangle test. I mean, break it apart, one hand, easy. Really like the smoke ring. Smoke ring's pretty awesome. Looks good. So, should you buy the Weber Smokefire? I think so. I'm happy. Go out. Go get yours.